Hello all, welcome to ISTE VIT's webinar Ransomware. Our speaker will be joining us very soon.
Hello everyone.
So, good evening all. I am Abhinandita Banerjee, a core committee member at ISTE VIT. If you can see us and hear me loud and clear, please put a yes in the chat section. Hello everyone, am I audible? Am I loud and clear? Please, if so, please put a yes in the chat section. Okay, we'll start then. Indian Society for Technical Education is a national, professional, and a non-profit technical chapter in VIT Vellore. Our goal is to provide quality technical education in diverse fields of engineering to stimulate creativity and passion amongst the budding engineers. As an active student chapter, we conduct a number of events around the year, including hackathons, workshops, and webinars. One of the major concerns in today's world is internet security and hacking. With online threats increasing at an alarming rate, it is imperative to have an understanding of how they work and gain a general awareness about cybersecurity. So today, we are extremely delighted and honored to have Mr. Nishchay Singh Muktawat. Welcome, sir. Sir is currently working as a security analyst at IBM India. With his vast knowledge in this field, Sir has won a number of technical competitions in the past years and was awarded the second position in the IEEE R10 Asia Pacific competition and third position in the state level mobile robotics competition. Without any further delay, let's get started and over to you, sir.
Hello guys, how are you? So thanks a lot Abhinandita for this very nice words. Yeah guys, I'm currently working with IBM India as a security analyst. So a brief history about myself. I graduated from DIT University Dehradun with specialization in cybersecurity and forensics. My main subject was computer science, and right now I'm working in the as a security analyst with IBM Media. I have like 5 to 6 years of experience in this cybersecurity and in this technical field. I have been learning and exploring this field from the last 4 5 years. I have won various competitions, as Abhinandita just said. I have my hobbies are IoT and the cybersecurity as usual. So, not wasting much time, let's get started to our session. Hi guys, can you please confirm if my screen is visible to you all?
Uh, yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, cool guys. Yeah, a brief intro about myself. I love to explore, innovate, and learn new technologies. I have just recently did my certification from CompTIA. Yes, I am a CompTIA Security Plus certified professional. And as Abhinanta has introduced me, I have won various competitions, and some of them are here. So let's go to our session. So yeah, first, one of the most important thing in this session, I will be demonstrating some of the things, and it is purely for educational purpose. Please, 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 I highly recommend you not to try this on anyone or without having any permission or something, because it could land you in a legal trouble. So you are doing anything you will be doing is at your own risk, and I'm not at all responsible for this. So it is for educational purpose only, nothing else. So please be warned and do it ethically. So, and not to land yourself, or and not to cause harm to yourself, your family, and everyone around you. So we talk about security every day. We talk about various cyber threats, cyber attacks. So what are we talking about? What is at risk? It is data. So, do you guys understand what is data? Why it is very important to us today? In this, if we talk about global figures, there are 198 million active websites on web right now, and they are generating 2.5 billion GBs of data. Not just website, there are a number of apps, mobile apps. Data is being continuously transferred from your mobile devices to the satellites to the servers, and everything is happening. There are a number of thousands of messages being transferred through the WhatsApp or various other chat applications. Thousands of videos are being uploaded daily on the daily basis on video streaming platforms like YouTube and all. So it is a data. So if we talk about what is data actually in theoretically terms, we can classify it as a unit of information. Please, yeah, it is a very important line. Data is a unit of information. It is not an information. Let me give you an example. For example, you are going on road. You have opened your Google Maps on your mobile devices. So you are navigating through it, and you see, yeah, this road has more traffic than the other one. How it is being displayed to you, how it is being conveyed to you. There, what happens is there are multiple devices, multiple users like you who are going on that road. So while everyone is using their mobile devices, it is being seen, observed, like data is being collected. Like you are traveling at that road is a data. 100 people are traveling on that road, and out of it is also a data. But when it is being processed and given you some info, and which is giving you some information, because if the road is crowded, it will show you red mark. So that is the information to you, like, yeah, there are 100 people on this road, so this means this road is crowded from this particular region to this particular region. So that is an information. What we get, or what is the fruitful thing which we get out of the data, is called information. Data is just unit. Yeah, this particular thing is, this is a fact. Yeah, like you are on that road, it is a fact. But 100 people are on that road, and that means this road is crowded. That is information. So data and information both are different terms. So don't get confused among these if someone asks you. So now talk about data security. Let's quickly recall like what we are going through this session. Why, and actually why we are having this session right now. Why it is very important. On an average, there is a new cyber attack, major cyber attack at every 13 second. $945 trillion are lost to cyber crimes yearly. And on an average, if an organization, a big organization, suffers a data attack, it costs around $3.86 million per attack. And if we see like how these data attacks has been carried out, it's not just that somebody hack into your website, somebody hack into your server. Actually, what happens is like there are various things, like somebody sent you a malicious file, so that is an also a threat. And it is being observed that like in the attachment mostly are not exe files. These are doc files, dot files, and it is a 37% cyber attack. Like if any, it is a chance that malicious code file, exe file, which is a general doc extensions. So that's why aware that not harmful or not dot or the doc file is safe. So please keep it in mind. Next, we will talk about the security triangles. The first one on the left side you are seeing is a CIA triad. What we mean by security? What you expect when you are transferring a message from one person to another? Like if person A is sending any message to person B, so what he will expect? First one is confidentiality. That if a message is sent by person A to person B, it cannot be read by anyone else. That means that person, whosoever that particular message is intended for, only that person can read that message. The second one is integrity. So how can we? It is a way that the information which is being sent to the person is not manipulated. For example, if you tell someone, yeah, that you have received 100 rupees for an example, but it is being modified, like some intruder which manipulates the value. Like you have sent that this particular person has given you 100 rupees. You are sending that information that you have received 100 rupees, but the person or the attacker which has modified the information will show it as that you have received 10 rupees. So that is a security issue. The whatever the message you were trying to convey is not yet conveyed. It is misinformed, and it is a major security issue. Like you can expect, like if you send something else, the person receives something else. That's not a good thing. And the third one is availability. Like if you are sending something or you are trying to access any data, it should be available to you all the time. It should be not like that. Yeah, this particular thing is shut down for this particular moment. So that's not a good thing. So if we are talking about security, we have to take care of all these things. That is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. That makes the CIA triad. And the third one is security. The security triangle, the one on the right. You are seeing a yellow ball between the triangle. Actually, it is a balance ball, because whenever we design a website or an app or anything, it we have to maintain a balance between the security of the website or the web app, the functionality of the website or web app, and the usability of the website or web app. Now take it as an example, like for the user convenience, if the company said or the website set the policy to keep the password till 6 characters, but so what will happen? The users will be it will be easier for users to log in. It will be easier for them to remember the password. They don't have to remember very long passwords and all those stuff. It will increase the usability, but it will decrease the security. If you can see, this yellow ball will be dragged toward the usability part. That will cause the functionality and the security to reduce a bit, because if a password is if anything take it like this, if anything is easier for you, then it is easier for the hacker as well. So if you have to build a website or a web app, you should ensure that everything is perfectly balanced. And if we talking about the security, the company sets a policy that the password should be minimum 50 characters long. That will enhance the security very much. But on the other hand, it will decrease the usability. No one is there to remember who can remember the password of 50 characters. That will that will cause them harm in another way. Like user won't like to visit that site or that particular application. So let's come to the basic topics. Phishing. Are you really aware that you are not being phished or you won't be getting phished? Have you heard like recently about 40,000 users' data on iTunes was stolen? And actually, it wasn't Apple's flaw. What happened? The attacker sent a phishing email to the users pretending to be from Apple, and asked them to give some information, and they did. And the hacker has access to their account. That's one of the major reasons of cyber attack these days. People send email, SMS, or even phone calls. You will be seeing that the person calls you and asks for the credit card and details, the expiry number, card number, your name, and CVV, and ask for OTP. What is this? They pretend to be someone authenticated or the authorized from the bank, and they ask you for your sensitive information, which could harm you in various ways. Similarly, this was recently happened with Apple and the iTunes. It was done via mail. So I will demonstrate you how to stay aware of these things, and how to identify if it is a original mail or if it is a phishing mail. So here is my demo account. I will be trying to send a mail to this account. So, and yeah, guys, I'm using a tool. I'm telling you, don't use it for the personal reasons or something like that. Please do it ethically, and don't cause harm to anyone. I'm not responsible. You are doing this at your own risk. So here is the website. I'm saying like I'm being someone from say XYZ company. I'm the owner of XYZ company. So it is a typical phishing mail. I have just written few lines to give you an example. Like someone will send you an email that you have won $10,000 or something, and you have to contact this person within 2 days and send it. Till the time I receive the mail, I will demonstrate you. I will show what is the difference between a legit email and a fake email. So this email is sent by Google that my storage is 99% full. So you will identify that it is from Google at the rate Google no reply at the rate google.com. Identify the domain. It is from at the rate google.com. Yeah, that means it is coming from a trusted source. But you should not have to 100% rely on this particular thing. You have to check further details. Like it is being sent to me. Yeah, the subject is clearly there and the date is there, and it is signed by google.com. It is an important thing because in the fake email you won't get to see this thing that who has signed this mail. So if it is missing from your mail, then you should be aware that this could be a fake email. And there is and if you talk about this particular mail which I sent to me for the testing purpose, so you will see that there is nothing like that this email has been signed by someone. So it is a sign that this email could be fake. And there are let me just wait for that particular mail I was trying to reach. It could take a while for the demonstration. Let's just compare these emails side by side. So here you can see side by side that it is from Google and it is signed by google.com. But in this particular mail which I sent from the tool, it is not there. That whosoever has signed this particular email, and it is one thing. And the email could also be spoofed. If I tell you, it is not like that. I can send the mail. Yeah, here it is. So most of the time, if you have a good email provider, you will automatically see that particular mail in the spam box. But most of the time, it could not be there. The Google has a very good optimization, so they have and they can identify very well. So they have automatically put that particular mail into spam, as it is easily seen that it is something like that. You have won this amount of money. You have to contact this particular person within 2 days. So yeah, it is delivered and it is being show. It is being put it as a spam. But if I change my body to something else, about ABC at the rate. So in this particular case, we can also spoof the email address. Like it could be pretended like it is coming from a genuine person, not just the any random website. If you can just spoof the attacker can spoof the email to make it appear it is coming from a authenticated user. Like if someone is having any email address, they can just simply write that this particular mail is coming from this particular person. So to identify that, you have to just check the email header. And how can you do that? Just click on these three dots on the side of email. It is for Gmail. Every email provider has their different ways. So for the Gmail, you can do this. Click on three dots, then show original. Here you can see, if you scroll down, you will see it is received from amik.cz. It was the website I used for sending this particular or the spoof mail. So you can, if you found that this particular mail could be suspicious, it could be threatening, and it is very unusual. Like if a person wants a document, if you talk about like in an organization, someone, your senior wants some documentation. So what happens, they don't actually ask you for that particular information. They ask you to upload this document to a particular portal, but it is very suspicious. And secondly, you can check if a person is working, if it is for the official reason, then it would be in the official time. The office hours from 9 to 6, that you should be expecting that particular mail within this hour. But you can check if it is coming at in the midnight. So you can be cautious that this particular person could not be active at that particular time. So it is an alarm for you that you should not send your sensitive information over to that person. And secondly, you can just simply, if you are very much suspicious, you can simply ask that person that if you have really asked for that particular information or not. And if I show this email header of a genuine email, it will be something like this: received from mail dash sor @ google.com. Yeah, it is a valid email. You identify this particular domain. Yeah, it has, you can trust it. And there's one more thing. It is the SPF. SPF is a record at the domain and domain provider, and it can tell you that it is pass. The google.com dash s.com designated at this particular URL as permitted sender. It authenticates that, yeah, this is a particular sender. If we talk about this in the spoofed email, it will be something like this: received SPR soft fail. It will show you like it is a fail. It is not a it is alarming. It is not trusted. You can see the domain of transitioning at this particular email does not designate as a permitted sender. So you can be cautious, like, yeah, this could be a fake email. So you can directly contact that person if he had really asked for that information or not. So in this way, you can be assured that you can prevent yourself from phishing and something like this. So let's go to our another topic, that is cards. Uh, you should be hearing about these things, like not to share your PIN OTP with anyone else. Also, like, you would be knowing that you should immediately block your cards in case of any unknown transaction. What happens? Most of you would be thinking like, if you have sent any by mistake have sent any details like card number, name to someone else, then it cannot be used for any transaction, because the OTP will come and it will come to your mobile device, and only then it will be authenticated. No, it's not true. In case of international transactions, they don't require your OTP or PIN or anything. They just need your card information, that is the CVV number, the expiry date, the name, and the card number. That's all. They don't need your OTP. The OTP would be even coming to your mobile devices or mobiles. The as soon as you enter this particular information, the transaction will be done, and you will receive a message for that this particular amount has been deducted from your account. So if you are not a regular international user, please block your card for international usage. So in this way, you can prevent yourself from being victim of the card spoofing or the card attacks. So these are some of the guidelines you should follow. And the next one is forms. So in our daily life, we fill a number of forms. For this particular event, you should have filled a particular registration form, and for various other purposes. So there is a number of uh, there are a number of fields, and most of the times you think like it would be easier for us to if someone automatically fills our responses, but that could be very harmful for you guys, because sometimes it's not good for you. It could send your potential information that could harm you in different ways. So I have this form for you guys. You can see this is a simple form. You There are a number of fields like your address, email, street address, mobile number, and organization. For example, you want to register for a university or take an admission in a university. So yeah, these all information are justifiable that why the university need this information. But on another hand, you are signing up for a blogging website or something like that. That doesn't require your phone number, street address, which organization you're working in, your city, pin code. That organization don't require these things. But if you are sending that particular information to that organization, it could harm you in any way. What if that particular website is not trusted? It could harm you that it can sell your data. What are we are having this session for saving our data, not so that it cannot go and land up in unauthorized to an unauthorized person or in wrong hands. So what we generally do that we just type our name and use this autofill option, and then it is all our details is automatically filled and sent to the person or the form owner. Yeah, it is sent. So yeah, if it is for a trusted person that you are signing up for an admission for something, yeah, this information is justifiable. But if you are signing up, I have created this demo form for you. So if you are signing up, yeah, here you can see there are only two things. I have typed my name ABC and my email address abc@xyz.com and submitted. Sign up successful. And on the back end, if I see, here are details. My name, I filled only my name, that was ABC, and my email address abc@xyz.com. All other fields are empty because I haven't written them. Now, what we do, we will use the autofill option. Here is test. I have used the autofill option, and it has automatically filled these details, my name and my email address, and it will be appearing to me that only these two things are required by the user, by the website, and I will click on submit. And if I check, all of my information which I have used in the autofill is transferred automatically. Even though I wasn't able to see any of the other required fields, but they were there. They are most many times they are hidden in the form, and you cannot identify them very easily. So it is a good practice. I would recommend to you all to always fill each and every field by yourself. Don't to rely on this autofill feature. You can see I have only this particular autofill field, and that is for testing purpose. I don't have saved my personal details on this because it could be very harmful for you. Because if it is a blogging website, you don't need to provide them your address information and what organization you work for. So it is like if a person is collecting information without your knowledge, then that means that person could use that information or sell that information to someone else, and that could be harmful for you. You don't want someone to know your physical address. You don't want them to know something your sensitive information, that where are you living, what is the mobile number, what organization you work for. This could be used against you. So please be aware not to use autofill option for while filling up the forms. It could be harmful for you, as I have shown you that all of your information could be transmitted without your knowledge. So let's move ahead to our next topic, that is how a data breach affects you. Have you heard about the recent Domino's data breach? Okay, so recently Domino's faced a data breach in which about 200 million order records were leaked, and they were publicly available to browse and search for. Even my data was leaked too. So this is for you, like how a data breach could affect you. Like while I was searching for that data, like what my data has been leaked. So all I have to do is I have to just put my mobile number on that search. It was just a search engine type of thing. You have to just put anything, your email address or your mobile number, and it will give you show you all the results related to that particular mobile or email address. I have to just put my mobile number, and then it will show that what mobile number is linked to it, all the email addresses associated with, total number of orders I have placed, total amount of total amount I have spent on Domino's, and if you have ever opted for the home delivery, it would even show your address. So that's a very sensitive information, like where are you physically living in. So you won't be you don't want that someone knows, like where are you, where is your permanent address, what all places you visit. Like it showed you like on the Domino's data breach, every data, like from the last 4 5 years where you have get your order delivered, there the address was there, and it was also showing the latitude and longitude of that particular location. So that is a very alarming thing. You won't be happy, like if your particular or sensitive data is leaked, your address is leaked. So this is how a major if a data breach happens, and it could affect you. So please be sure not to sign in for any unsecured website. Although these websites are secured, the Domino's and all those have the necessary certification and all those things, but still, if they are very much secured than any particular website. As I told you, there are 198 million websites on the internet right now. So some website could not be that much secured. So you should avoid using such website and avoid signing up for these websites, because if in case the data is breached, your sensitive information is at risk. To check if your data is ever been leaked in any attack, so there is a very good website. It is a very good website. Have I been pawned? You simply have to enter your email address. You can put any email address and click on font. It will show you like if your email has been ever been part of any data breach or not. So this particular email, it was a random email, maybe someone has used it. So it has been leaked in the 39 data breaches. So it will show you a list where it could be. So it was some 000 web host. It was leaked into March 2015. It will show you various details, like all the most of the websites where the data was it. This particular website is having a database of all the leaked addresses or all the data breaches. So it looks for your email address or your mobile, whatever you enter. I think, yeah, it is for email and phone both. So whenever you put your email address or mobile in this, it will look for your email address or mobile in all the data breaches. If he found that, yeah, your particular email address or mobile number was part of any data breach, it will show you the list of whatever it has in its database. The This website database is like the update is very frequently. Like you have January 2019 data breach. Even the Domino's data breach is there in this particular website. Like if you search for your email address, and if it was a part of Domino's data breach, it will be there. So they keep on updating their database quite frequently, so you can trust this, and accordingly it will show you that what all data was leaked for this particular website. Hollylook hot a look. So the date of birth, email address, gender, geographic location, that's a very sensitive information. Names and password. Yeah, there's one more thing. You it is a frequent thing that you must be hearing from me or very many other people, like not to use same password for multiple websites. This is the reason. If in case your data your password is leaked to someone and you have used that password for signing up at various other places, then the same attacker could use this same password to access your account at various websites. Like this website had that data leak, suffered a data leak, and now your password is visible to everyone. So the attacker what will try, that it will try to enter this password in all of your accounts, like it could be your social media or email. And if it was the same password, it could be a security risk for you. The attacker will have the access of your account on that particular website. So that's why you should not have same password for multiple websites. Next one is ransomware. It is very popular topic these days. Many organizations have faced this kind of viruses and the attacks. What happens is you try to download a file. Mostly it is a cracked file. Like you are browsing torrent and accidentally you have downloaded an infected file. It will look that it is a useful file to you, and you are not having any virus. But what eventually will happen, as soon as you will click on that file, you will try to open that file, the your system will freeze for a moment, or it depends what happens, uh, how it is being coded, how the virus is being made. So it will encrypt all your files and show you a pop-up that you have to pay this amount of money to add this Bitcoin address or Ethereum address or any cryptocurrency. They deal in cryptocurrency because the cryptocurrency is untrackable. It is very hard to track that particular wallet or account belongs to which person. So this is why this is how the ransomware works, and the attacker attacks you and asks you for your money, because your files are there, your personal data, your photo. It could be your photos, videos, your personal data, your memories. So if it is encrypted, no software can decrypt it without having that particular key. All the files are encrypted with a particular key, and unless you have that key, you won't be able to decrypt those files. So if you are being victim of that ransomware, only thing you can do is to reset your PC and start afresh, but all your data is lost. So to avoid this kind of situation, I will say it cannot be avoided unless and until you are getting that particular software from a legitimate site. And please, if I will suggest you not to use torrent or to download these kind of things, because recently two of my friends downloaded something from torrent and the some of other websites, and they were infected by this ransomware. Their files were encrypted, and their data was lost. So to avoid this or to mitigate this, you can do one thing. You can have an external hard drive and regularly back up your data on that. So what will happen if accidentally you are attacked by the ransomware and all your data is gone? So you have a backup. You can restore your data from there. But if you don't have any backup, your data is lost. There are very less chances that your data could be recovered. There are ways, but in today's world, the ransomwares are very has evolved very much, and there are very less chances to recover that data. So please have a backup for the ransomware to prevent your data from being deleted, modified, or destroyed in any manner. Have a, like, you can ask for ask your, it is a reason I am giving you, like, it could be a, I am giving a reason to ask your parents for the hard drive. You can give this reason that you want to say protect your data, that in case your data is lost, then you have a backup for the data. You can ask your parents. It could be a reason for you. So always have a good backup, and never use any untrusted website, and never to download any untrusted software which you don't trust. It is from a legitimate website. It could be a potential threat to you. Next is a Google Docs. What is Google Docs? So it is a kind of a bonus thing for you. You all should be you all would be knowing Google, why you use Google for, like for the searching of various things. What if you want to search more precisely? What if you want to search it like more something which is more particular to you? Like I will say an example. What I used to do with this Google Docs, this thing. So if I have an assignment, I have to make a PPT on any particular topic. Let's say data structures. It is a CS topic. So I have to make a PPT. I have to make an assignment on data structures. So I have two things. I have to read all the books, all those stuff. Yeah, I am telling you for this. Like just an example purpose. Please don't use it like I have said. You have to do this way only. It is just to ease your task so that you can find the relevant information very quickly. So if I have to make an assignment, so what I will do, I will type. So what I should expect if I am presenting some topic, so that would be in PPT form, PPTX, and then the topic data structure. So it shows me all the results which are already a PPT. Whichever I will click, whichever link, it will start downloading a PPT. Here's another PPT. So I'm not saying to use it as to show your assignment. You will just simply rename all these things and present it as your assignment. But you can, it will like narrow down your search. You will directly get the relevant topics, or whatever the thing you have to paste in your presentation. It will be there, and it will be easier for you to make your PPT and assignment or whatever you want. Like it is here you will see what are the data structures, algorithms, and everything. So, and similarly, if I want to have an assignment that would be in PDF form, that's a little bit of common sense that the assignment would be in a PDF form or doc file. So I will type file type PDF, and it will show me results all the PDFs. And similarly, if I type doc, it will show the document file. Okay, it is not showing document, so but it will show you the relevant thing, like it is showing me the PDFs. So that's how you can help, it will help, that's how it can help you in your assignments. This thing, it is you can assume it like you shop online for on the various website. You have something filter that you want shoes of size 9 only. So this is a filter that you want links for with the file name doc or the PDF or PPT only. It will show you the relevant result in that way. There are various different types of docs, but they could be useful to you, and they could be very potential threats. They could be harmful for you, so use it wisely. I won't recommend you to do any of these things which I demonstrated you just now for your like malicious purpose. Like you use these things ethically and not to harm anyone. So, guys, that was it for this session. Hope you like it. If you have any queries, please bring it on the chat, and I will be happy to help you in resolving your queries and answer your questions. If you have some other questions related to career in cybersecurity, I would try to help you. If not, if I was not able to answer you, then we can simply you can just uh, message me or connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm at LinkedIn with the username Nishchay SM. You can search me by my name Nishchay Singh, and you will find me. If you will find me, you can connect with me anytime, and I will try to respond to your queries at the on the platform, and I will try to resolve them as soon as possible. So here is a Q&A time. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will be more than happy to answer you all.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the great session. It was very interesting and it was an eye opener for all of us. We definitely have some questions. And so, should I just start off with it?
Yes, sure,
Like,
Vinandita, please.
yes, sir. So, sir, you were talking about phishing attacks. So, anyway, we can tackle such attacks or do something about it, like to just be secure from it or
Yeah,
something.
actually, I showed
Like, how
you
do we?
certain things like you should be aware that you should check where the email is coming from. Actually, there is no
Mm-hmm.
way to identify that person. It is very hard to track the attackers on internet these days. So you cannot track that person, but you can try to avoid that particular thing. I showed you that you can check if it is coming from a secured server. It is signed by someone, and there was a SPF header. The For the
Yes, sir.
Gmail thing, it was showing that SPF pass, but for the
Sign.
spoof mail or the fake email, it was showing that it is not authenticated. That's how you can identify the thing. And the best way is to identify where is it is coming from. Yeah, there's one more important thing I missed in the demonstration. Always check for the language, the kind of language. Like I was an attacker. I don't deal much formally with this thing. I was randomly typing these things and sending the mail. For an organization, if it is coming from a legit organization, they will work very hard on the language, kind of language they are using. If you find these language is very fishy, or it is very you know like not relevant, kind of a very vague language, that is a sign that it could be a phishing mail. So you can be aware from that particular thing.
Okay, sir. And sir, we've heard about VPN.
Yeah,
So, can cybersecurity threats or risks be minimized if we use VPN? Like, is there any connection between that?
actually, what VPN does, it connects a direct link between you and the website or someone you are trying to access. In generally, what we do is the VPN service, it creates a tunnel between you and that particular link or the domain you are trying to access. In If we talk about in companies, like everyone is working from home these days, so we are unable to access that particular company's website or internal things without connecting to VPN. What happens is in general traffic internet, we know that. Okay, let me show you in demonstration one more. It will be easier for you to understand. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let me open the command prompt. So you must be knowing that every website on internet has an IP address allocated to it. So if I want to know that what is the IP address of Google, then I can simply ping google.com. So it is the IP address of google.com. So if I simply copy this IP address and paste it in my address bar, it will land me to the Google homepage. Yeah, google.com. I typed google.com, it landed me to google.com. So I have received the IP address. So how internet works? It is what is the basic definition of internet? Internet is a networks of network. Like there are various networks in between you and your destination address. So if I want to uh, know like in how many loops I am in, if I want to like let me show you this. So I have used this command to reset to Google's IP address. Like it will show me like in how many loops I am in. Like it is my router. It is my local IP address, my router. It will show me all the networks my data is being passed through. So to avoid these things, to connect an encrypted and direct link to the company's website, VPN is used because it is a tunnel. Only your data will be passing through this particular VPN tunnel, and the data will be encrypted. If even in case if it is if it is captured by someone, the data would be encrypted. It won't be used by anyone else. It is taking
Okay,
some
sir.
time. I don't know why, but yeah, it will show you a list or how many loops or how many hops are there between your network and Google.
Sir. And so one more thing, sometimes there are two-step authentication process while we log into a website or
Yeah, that
any application.
yeah, that's a very important thing these days. So just imagine your password has been leaked. and someone tries to access your account, like he just need your password, your email address and your password. He has your password, and you don't know that your password has been leaked. Someone else has your password. So whenever he try to log into the website, so the what will website will do, it will ask for one more, it will add up and one more layer of two-step authentication. It will send an OTP to
Hmm.
your email address, your mobile number, and unless you provide that OTP, the user won't be allowed to access your account. So this is an additional layer. So I have told you, like uh, the password could be leaked in various ways. Whether it is phishing, someone asks for your password through phishing. If in the forms, if someone asks for your passwords in the forms, or you give password to someone else, and or if it is lead in any data breach, it could be a potential threat to you. So to mitigate that, to minimize the risk of being account being accessed by an unauthorized person, there is a two-step authentication that just think it of like that. If you are having a mobile phone, that mobile phone is only with you. Unless and until it is accessed by attacker, no one can access the information within the mobile. They will send OTP to that mobile to confirm that, yeah, if you are trying to log in, you would be having that mobile phone with you, and you will be receiving that OTP. Only then anyone can access that link or the website.
Okay. And so, in the recent Kaseya ransom attack, in that case, should the company itself or the affected companies who download the update be responsible for paying the ransom?
Sorry, please come again. I wasn't
Yes,
able to
sir.
you.
In the recent Kaseya ransomware attack case, should the company itself or the affected companies who downloaded the update be responsible for paying the ransom?
Sorry, there are a number of ransomware attacks these days, so I don't remember what attack are you talking about. Maybe I haven't heard about this. So uh, I will have a research on this, and I will let you know. Then you can post it in
Okay,
your
sure, sir.
community.
Sure, sir.
But in generally
Sure, sir.
ransomware, what happens if an end user is responsible for the ransomware attack, you are affected, you have downloaded some malicious link,
Hmm.
then you are liable for paying the ransom or something. But if it is being downloaded by any someone else, any company, by any missing update, then
Hmm.
they should be held responsible for this.
Okay, sir.
I will
And
look for it and get back to you.
sure, sir. And sir, if you are to compare phishing attacks and ransomware, which is more harmful in like if you're supposed to
Okay,
compare these?
so
Yes, sir.
this is some, like, both are having equal potential. You cannot compare these attacks, because if you are aware, if you are aware about these things, you won't be affected. Similarly, if you talk, like, if a fire is harmful or water is more harmful, both can cause equal damage. In case of flood, everything could be washed away with the water. If it is fire, everything could be burnt away. So similarly, in case of phishing, your data could be transmitted, and in case of ransomware, you don't know what happens with your data. The ransomware attacks, you don't know if it is just encrypting your files or it is transmitting the data to the user as well, to the attacker as well. So it depends on the what kind of the attack is, what is the severity of that attack, and how it is carried out. Because if it is a very well structured attack, then phishing could be more harmful. And if it is a very basic attack, then everything could be, then even phishing could be very nominal attack. So you cannot compare two different types of attack, like which is more harmful. It is the severity, what kind of severity, what damage it is doing to the system. That's how you can calculate.
So just before moving forward, I just have one announcement for the attendees. So if you
Yeah,
give me the
sure,
permission,
please.
can I announce? Everyone, you are required to fill the attendance form and the feedback form in the description and in the chat section. So please ensure you fill it before the session. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. I would like to continue. Sir, if a student is willing to enter into this field, should that person learn more about the theoretical concept or the practical aspect, right? And sir, if possible, could you suggest any courses for them?
Yeah, sure. There are various courses on Udemy, Coursera. I studied from one course, two different courses. I studied for my CompTIA Security Plus certification. And let me tell you one thing: if you want to go into stand away from stand like very different from others for the job perspective or in any industry, if it is cybersecurity, it is developer, then the certifications or the projects you have done, they plays a very important role in like it will make you stand out of others in the while the time of the hiring or something like that. If you have done very good projects and you have certifications, like I recently did my CompTIA Security Plus. I studied from Jason. There was a course of Jason Dion on Udemy and Professor Messer. It was both are very good courses. I studied from them and I cleared my exam. And for if you talk about the theoretical part and practical part, uh, I would recommend you should be having the practical knowledge, because in theoretical thing, yes, you would be they will be covering various kind of things, but unless and until you are having practical experience of that thing, you won't be able to understand what it is actually happening, how it is actually happening. You would have seen that. Yes, when you try if whenever you try to code, there are various kind of dependencies, libraries, you encounter various kind of error. So unless and until you are having practical experience in that, you won't be able to identify this how to resolve this particular error in theoretical part. You won't be encountering such kind of errors. Like you won't be having experiencing these kind of things, like if this error occurs, then how to resolve that. You won't be having these kind of things in theory, but in practical you will be doing it, you will be experiencing it, and while the error occurs, you can simply search for it, and it will open scope for you to search. It will open scope for you for various hundred kind of things. Like I give you an example. I was practicing my coding things and all those things. So I encountered an error in my code. I looked for it online, and it gave me a number of approaches from different people, let how to resolve this error or how to code this particular thing. So it widens your perspective of thinking. Like you can do this thing in this particular manner to avoid this thing.
Okay. And sir, lastly, like what are the responsibilities of a security analyst? Since you work as a security analyst, I thought this is the best. I think you're the
Actually,
best person to
I
ask
cannot
this.
disclose much of information as of now.
Okay, sir.
But for a security analysis, you have to ensure that the everything is fine. This network is properly secured. There is like no loophole in it. You have to like there are various things. Security analysis. There are cyber security is not just one thing. There are multiple domains under cyber security as well. So everyone has its own responsibilities. The basic thing is we ensure we from the designing stage itself, we sit with developers and if and help them to design the software in such a manner that it doesn't have any vulnerability. If you think like once the development is completed, and after that we tell them that this particular thing has this particular vulnerability, so it will be very difficult and very costly for organization to restart the whole process. The software is completed and now we are finding the vulnerabilities in them. So we sit with them in the development stage itself and help them that this particular thing can cause this issue, you should avoid that. And in some cases we look for the security vulnerabilities in the firewalls, networks, the routers configuration, and we check for these things. Like if there is a loophole, we have to close it. So this is a basic, pretty much about the security rules.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us, and that's it for today's session. And thank you to all our attendees as well for your time. And thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
team. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, ISTE, for giving me this platform to interact with you guys, with everyone. and to share my knowledge. And it was a really very great session. Thank you.